first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, able to power through and out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kelvin Benjamin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. On first down, Drake. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That good for 19 and a first down.
No matter the week, no matter the team, you're going to hear coaches wax nostalgic for big tight ends that can control the edge of the line of scrimmage. Well, sometimes you don't have a tight end in the game, so now you're looking at your tackles. Can they control the perimeter? Make sure that that gets sealed off so there's no penetration off of the edge. If they're able to do that, that's why a toss play is successful. Because once they get to the edge, they can pick and choose their spot, which way to run, whether it's deep outside or cutting it back inside to pick up big yardage. On that play, they controlled the edge so well, they picked up an excellent chunk of yardage.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
All right, now look at 56.
One receiver left. That's Allen. They'll look to throw on third and goal. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hurry up, here we go.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Detroit!
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll give him a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. It's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Check, Patriot, Patriot. All right, here we go. 319, 319. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
A pitch out to Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
They'll run with Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Coleman. Ten yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Coleman now. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So a minute 56 to play in this 1st half. Back to Buffalo after this. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Now he's flushed out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
To throw now in his own end zone. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watching that, Barney! Barney!
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. And even 40 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
Here's Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Allen off the play fake. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. A bullet throw, but incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And now look at him go. Past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 78 yards, and the Bills will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
3-19! 3-19!
Now on first down, Drake again. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Detroit!
On the toss play, this is Drake. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Running, it's Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. The kick by Carlson is good. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gun! 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 All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
On first down, Allen looking downfield for jump. And this is caught inside the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39! Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check 3. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
It's Coleman here. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and goal from the 1.
Over! Here we go now.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole a little bit, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been a man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. Here's Jones. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's Allen to throw it. Going deep for Benjamin. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Hauschka with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Lucky 56. Over.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And now running right through it. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right back to Drake. And an alley to run. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Gun!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. Now back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard. Over. Watch it now.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out come the Bills. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he's got room. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 73 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. He's got daylight. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Corey Grant officially with a return of 108 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 62 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Drake will start the drive on the ground. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On the give, this is Drake. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch it now, Mark.
They stay on the ground with Drake. Able to push his way through. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. A big